Welcome back to Whitt Acres. Today we have a fish tank emergency to take care of. It's supposed to be a beautiful day out there today, but we have to do some work inside because this morning I noticed one of the fish tanks are leaking. Oh, the geyser. Check on the fish out here in the pond real quick. We have the koi doing well. Is that the bass? Oh yeah, the bass is always hanging out with a koi. That's cool to see. There's the yang, another butterfly koi. We do have some goldfish in here. It looks like a lot of them are hiding, or the bass just ate a bunch. I had 13 goldfish in here yesterday. Where'd they all go? We have a bluegill there. Oh, I think they might all be under the tubes. I gotta get some more feeder goldfish in here, Popper. That bass is gonna eat everything. Now, I did go to the pet store this week, but their feeder goldfish tank was not looking too healthy, so I didn't want to grab any. But we gotta get started because today we have a time-sensitive project. Now, you've likely already seen my tanks in my fish room, but my dad also has a tank, and that's the one we're gonna be working on today. So over here, we have a 35-gallon corner tank with a flat front. We have a couple neon tetras in there, but the main specimen is this iridescent catfish, or the iridescent shark. I threw a live plant pothos in here so it can root down into the water, help with the filtration, but we do have a canister filter on the bottom, and I was hoping I'd find the leak down here, but unfortunately the leak is coming right out of the silicone seam here. I can dry it, and then the water comes right back through. Not good. It's dripping off the back now too. How many seams is leaking? But really, the only thing to do here is to empty the whole entire tank and get the fish out. There's no way to save the silicone with water still in it. So I really only have one option here. I'm gonna have to take all the fish out, put them somewhere else, and drain all the water out of this tank. Oh, bud. What's up with your nose, bud? Did you scratch your nose? Oh, he scratched his nose. You bumping into stuff. That's probably what made the tank leak. Huh, Pop? So if you've never had an iridescent shark before, it is pretty common for them to zip around the tank and actually bang into the glass walls. And it looks like my guy bumped into something else to give him a little scratch on his nose. But with him being this size and banging around in the tank, that's probably what jarred the silicone loose. And good thing it's a slow leak, because I have a little bit of time to get this done. Huh, Pop? But before we get the fish out, we're gonna need somewhere to put them. Huh, Pop? Hey, Cheech. Hey, Chong. No, you already got breakfast, you two. Now, the turtle tank would not be a good place for them. And my Oscar tank is pretty full already. We have a pretty big black tiger Oscar in here named Balthazar. And then we have Seve, the gold Severum. And we have 2 silver dollars in here. Unfortunately, I did find one of my silver dollars that didn't make it. We did have 3 silver dollars in here originally. Now we're down to 2. The third one did have to go down to the garden for compost. So there's definitely not enough room in the Oscar tank. We're gonna have to get a new tank started. I do a lot of my aquarium projects in the fall and winter. I'm outside a lot more during the spring and summer, so whenever I come in, I like to have nature inside with me, and that's when we start working on all the aquariums. We have the turtles, we have the guppy breeding bowl, the guppy breeding pond, the frog tank, the tropical tank, we have Scar my angelfish, the quarantine tank, and the big fish tank. I have so many projects in my head, there's always something to do. So this winter we didn't have time to finish the 55-gallon tank. This is actually a resealed tank, so I was able to get this all cleaned out, reseal it with silicone, and then get it ready to be filled. But then I didn't have time to fill it. So I'm really hoping this tank's gonna hold water. Pop. Puppy, we got the tank filled up with water. So far it's holding with no leaks, and that's really good to see. While it was filling up, I was able to install the heater. I just have this 100-watt heater. It's only up to 45 gallons. This is a 55-gallon tank, but I think we're gonna be okay. Pop. I actually have 2 heaters in the turtle tank right now, and you can see some bubbles moving in there. That's adding a lot of oxygen to the water, but it's also stirring up the water, so that heater's able to heat up everything in the tank. Hi, Poppy, I'm trying to do something right now. I can't pet you all day long, buddy. And this was also sent in by you, the viewers, so thank you guys so much. This is helping out a lot right now in this emergency. I'm gonna steal the thermometer here from the tropical tank, which is at 77 degrees, so we'll go ahead and see what this tank gets up to. I actually needed this for my quarantine tank, but this came first. And I do like naturally escaped tanks, but we're in a hurry here, so I just threw in some decorations there just so it wasn't completely barren. Maybe grab a rock or two. And then we'll go up and check on the leaking tank. Alright, I got a cooler here, a bucket. We're gonna start emptying the water from this tank. There's a few things going on right now. I'm not entirely sure why, but my basement is flooded right below the tank, and there's not enough water out of this tank to cause the flooding that we have downstairs. And it's not even raining. I'm not sure what's going on here, but we gotta take care of these fish first. First things first, I need to unplug the heater. The heater's starting to come out of the top of the water, and you need those fully submerged. Alright, buddy, I'm gonna do what I can. We're gonna get you out of there. So I'm gonna siphon some of this water down and get it into the bucket in the cooler because I want to use the same water that the fish are in to transport them. And once the water's a little bit lower, I'm gonna take that decor out so I can get to the fish easier with a net. Hopefully everything goes smooth and we can have a safe fish transfer. Alright, I have enough water in the cooler here to take the shark over to the other tank. I also put a battery aerator in the water just so we have some oxygen flow. I'm pretty nervous about moving this shark. I hope it goes well. I think this is the best net I have for the situation. I don't want to scare him. I scared him. He's so fast. I might need like a double net system. All right, I got a bigger net. This is my minnow catching net. It does have a small hole in it, so I'm hoping the shark doesn't take advantage of that. But I definitely need 2 nets here. All right, buddy. Let's make this easy. He just swam right into the net, but my net was caught on one of the decorations. Oh. Oh, I forgot the pleco was in there. He was underneath the helicopter. Alright, buddy, just you and me now. Don't scare him, pup. He's in there. He's in there. Let's get everybody else now. Not eat, pup. We got him. And your friends. Now we just have the leopard pleco in here. How quick are you? Ooh. Come on, buddy. Can't stay here. There you go. All right, let's get you out of here, Pleco. Oh, I thought I had him. Okay, I got him, pup. I got him. That's everybody. Beep, beep, scoot, scoot. We gotta move. All right, we got the iridescent shark, we have the leopard Pleco, and we have 2 glow tetras. Let's get them moved, pup. So what I'm doing here, since I don't have the fish in a bag to just set them in the water and acclimate them, I'm doing a drip acclimation. I took this air hose and just tied a small little knot into it. It actually can go a little bit slower. You can adjust it with the knot. We just want it to drip out a little bit. So what that's going to do is to acclimate both tanks to the same temperature, and hopefully it'll be slow enough that the fish are still comfortable. I'm gonna give that a little bit of time, check the temperature, and then we can move the fish in. Huh, pup, that's not an outside toy. What are you doing with the blue guy? Huh, puppy? All right, we were sitting at 78, I believe, inside the big tank. And huh, pup, do you see what we got? I think we're sitting at about 80 in this tank. Yeah. 2-degree change should be within their comfort level. I'm gonna go ahead and move these fish in. Huh, pup? All right, guys, are you ready? Not you, pup. I don't need your help for this part. You go ahead and shut the water off. Okay, pup, what do you think? What do you think, bud? Just up and in. I don't have a lot of space here. That's a big fish. I wasn't actually planning on putting big fish in here, but looks like he might have a swollen eye. Poor fella. We're gonna go ahead and get him in the clean water. I might have to give him some. I'll give him something for that eye. Sorry, buddy. I gotta get you in, and then we can try and help you out, okay? I'm gonna make sure the seam of the net is on the outside so you have the smoothest area you can on the inside. Just Up and in. That's how it's gonna have to be, bud. Just trying to make this as easy as possible. Ooh, I don't like this. He does have a scratch on his eye. Not cool. Sorry, bud. Oh, he's grunting. I'm sorry, buddy. Find your way out. Find your way out. Okay. That wasn't too bad. That was pretty smooth. Find some oxygen and airflow, bud. Or water flow. Good. Settle in. Find your corners. Don't bump into too much. Go get your friends. Alright, pleco. Come here, leopard pleco. Sucker fish. Oh, don't eat him, pup. Don't fly out of the tank here. He's quick. He's really quick. Alright, we got him. We got him. Okay, puppy, we did it. Everybody is in the tank and safe. You figure out your boundaries now, bud. His eye is definitely a little swollen. He bumped into the tank, or I don't know, maybe it was from the net. These are the best nets I have right now for the size tank we're doing and the size of fish. We'll go ahead and let them settle in. I think I have some general cure or something to give him. Keep it calm, bud. Keep it calm. You don't have to bump into everything. Alright, we got him in the tank. He's not zipping around either. He's acting pretty calm, so I'm pretty happy with the transfer. Everybody else is in there too. We have the two glow tetras, one yellow, one pink. And we also have the leopard pleco. I'm not sure where he went, but it does look like his eye has some swelling to it. It's bulging out a little bit, and he does have that mark on his nose. So he was bumping into some stuff. Sorry for the glare. I don't have any lights on this tank. I'm not trying to put any on right now with them just being transferred. But he does have a little bit of swelling in his eye there. You can see some red there around the edge. And then he does have a bump on his nose from running into stuff before we transferred him. I'm going to look into it, and I might add some aquarium salts or maybe some general cure just to help him out. But he's now in a 55-gallon tank, so he has a lot more water volume and some more space here to swim around. And now up here at the tank, I have all the water drained out. We just have the gravel in the bottom. I have the filter, the heater, and the lights unplugged. And I got my plants hydrated with all the water. But this tank is leaking from the seams here, and there's only one way to fix that. Everything's going to need cleaned out of here. I'm going to wipe everything out. All 5 vertical seams are going to have to get stripped out with a razor blade. All the silicone removed. All the bottom seams are going to have to do the same. The tank that we just moved the shark into, the 55-gallon, was actually a tank I got off of Facebook Marketplace, and it leaked. So I had to do that exact same thing. Strip out all the silicone, clean it, and re-silicone the whole tank. So I think I can get this one back to working order too. That's going to be a multi-day project though. I'm not sure when I'm going to get to that. I just needed to get it out of the emergency leaking stage. And save the fish. Hopefully we're good on that front. Huh, pup? You silly puppy. Now typically whenever you transfer a fish, I like to keep the lights off. That keeps them a lot more calm whenever they're getting into a new environment. I don't have any lights on that tank, but I do have lights in my room that I can't shut off, and I have windows that daylight's coming in, so I just threw a towel up over half the tank, so hopefully that'll help them find a calm spot. What are you doing, pup? I'm trying to talk about fish. Alright guys, it's the next day and everybody made it through safely. The shark is good, the 2 tetras, and the pleco is hiding down in the cave. And I did decide not to add the aquarium salt just because I have the catfish and the tetras in here, and the aquarium salt can be hard on scaleless fish. But he ate last night and this morning, so I'm not too worried about him being stressed out. We have a bunch of oxygen and flow going through the water right now. I brought the light down from the corner tank just so I could see them at night swimming around in there. But they're doing good so far down here. I'm really glad that I had an open tank I could get them in. And I'm really not sure when I'm going to get around to resealing that corner tank. I definitely don't want to get rid of it. I do want to reseal it for that spot. But until that gets done, I think they're going to be just fine down here in the 55. So that's going to be all for this one. If you want to keep following along with everything here at Whitt Acres, make sure to subscribe down below. Hit that like button before you leave and you can see me and Echo on the next one. Thanks for watching.